to reflect on the time that this year level have spent here. Like this year level, I first came to Catholic College in 2010, a fresh and excited graduate teacher. I vividly remember my first day and meeting the little Year 7s in my LM, now adults, and have got to know this year level pretty well, particularly over the last 3 years. I had a Year 10 PLE class with them, a Year 11 English class, and this year I've had 3 classes of Year 12s. Of course, I also get to spend all day, every day in the Mercy Centre with them, and have spent countless hours nagging them not to eat in the booths, Mitch King, not to wrestle, John Sharp, and not to throw their food, pretty much everybody, or just chatting to them in study periods and at lunch. As a staff, I know we have grown to appreciate their warmth, their humour, and their interest in those around them over the years they have spent with us. I'd like to share with you now some of my own and other staff memories and some of the students' memories of the last 6 years, and what it has meant to them to be students at Catholic College Wodonga. 2010 saw the beginning of the learning communities at Catholic College, and it also saw the amazing group of students who are about to graduate as Year 12s begin their Catholic College journey as little Year 7s. They came to a new school, a new learning community, and met their learning mentors and the seemingly huge kids in their LM groups for the first time. There were new teachers and experiences. A very enthusiastic Mr. McKinlay teaching drama accidentally broke a PowerPoint off a wall when moving a table, and I think made Cassie cry. And a big group of boys had a massive mud fight outside B Block one rainy day and then walked mud through the whole of E Block. Carl Partner made a video pretending to be Bear Grylls, where he put custard all over himself. And romance began early for some. In Year 7, Ruby got harshly rejected by Joel when she asked... I bet Joel is regretting that still. There were the usual clashes. Violent types like Dan Rafferty got started early when he headbutted Sian after getting back from school. Sian was intensely in love with Dan, and this physical encounter amongst the romantic chaos saw her heart broken as Dan just ran away. Killed that one early. With new laptops, some people took their use of ICT pretty seriously. Will anyone ever forget Kira Tiki's spinny chair? In Year 8, they were over to S Block with Mrs. M, a new swagger in their step now that they'd survived their first year and were no longer the little kids of the school. John believes Joel's nose shape originated in Year 8, when he was leaning back on his chair, lost his balance and brought the whole table down on himself, giving himself a blood nose. For the record, Joel's been in my class this year and he still leans back on his chair every day. Some people never learn. Medieval Day was a bit of a highlight. Mitch became Sir Mitchell, Knight of Nobility, and got to sit at the high table next to an actual knight in armour and win Best Costume. Catholic College wasn't always a safe place to be, however. Phoebe and Millie were running away from a swooping plover one time and accidentally knocked it out with their school bags. Birds were a bit of a thing for this year level. Chloe and Daisy saw Sinead one morning looking upset and bleeding from the head. She had been attacked by birds on her walk to school, and birds are still a bit of a touchy subject for Sinead. Then it was over to the Nala in Year 9, where chaos sometimes reigned in the corridors. Ebony ran down the hall, tripped on her pants and choked on a chicken nugget as she... When the Year 12s finished that year, the whole year level, including Jack Stefani, came and attacked Joe. The right journey was a new experience for everyone, and many memories were formed in these classes. There are a lot of confronting stories, especially childbirth stories from the girls, from the female staff. I think the teachers were trying to put them off. Many students went to Minnegundee and had an amazing time hiking, skiing, eating porridge and having custard fights. Of course, there were dramas at Minnegundee too. Hira managed to faint on top of a mountain, and while everyone had to stand around waiting for her to get evacuated, some of the other kids, Luke Rain, on the trip actually thought she had died. Of course, right journey camp. The boys and girls went separately, and while the boys got sunny, beautiful warm weather, the girls faced crazy rain and hurricane winds. Lucky those girls are tough. They got stuck on top of a mountain in the middle of a storm and nearly had to be evacuated. Tents flooded, people felt down and out difficult. Some people thought they got hypothermia, others got foot pruning, others got heat stroke. Someone's sleeping bag caught fire. A sleeping bag was stolen by a kangaroo, and someone was attacked by an emu. Boys, on the other hand, had sunny weather, beautiful sunsets, and leisurely walks to the summit of stunning mountains. However, this camp did help them to bond as a group and prepared them to head back to the main campus and the Terrorism Senior School. In Year 10 they had new teachers and new subjects. Georgie remembers pre-methods, when Mr. Piper let Liam out of a class to fix a broken window with the maintenance crew. Quote Liam, "Who needs maths when you can just do this?" The entertainers of the year level started to step up. Josh and Smeds won the CCW Day Talent Quest with a beatbox piano duo performance, and Josh claims he was basically Drake for 3 minutes. Lots of people were also entertained in Year 10 by Sam's love life, especially the younger ladies. Find out a bit more about what they might choose to do in the future. Of course, they wreaked havoc in Melbourne. Sean claims that Mick Russell pushed him into a pylon, and Molly managed to break a tram door, in a huge traffic jam in the middle of the city, a 5-tram pile-up and people having to exit the trams and walk 3 city blocks to their next activity. Country kids. Trent saw Jacob nearly get his head taken off by a tram, and Joe managed to slice his leg open with an ice skate. But the top moment on camp for a particular group of young men was on the way to the Wizard of Oz, where Liam, Zach, and probably about 20 other guys in the year level got into a lift. Zach Murray, being the responsible bloke that he is, got off to avoid overloading it, but then someone decided to jump and broke the lift. Ryan and Alex had a bit of a breakdown and abused the firefighters. Winky called Bucks about 9 times. Ben had to share his 600ml water bottle with the whole group. And by the end of the ordeal, the walls were dripping in sweat and their white shirts were soaked through. Sam dropped his guts and they were stuck in there for a very long time. But somehow, they survived Melbourne, their first year exams, and their Year 10 formal, and finally it was into BCE for this amazing group. They moved to the downwall courts at recess and lunch for epic battles. The wooden statue in the upper courtyard will forever stand as a testament to the downwall prowess of this year level. There were trips and immersions, East Timor, Japan and France, and those that were lucky enough to go on these had an incredible time. Some students advanced into a Year 12 subject, like the handful that did outdoor ed and endured some pretty extreme weather conditions at Falls Creek. Ben was skiing over the dam walls at Falls in 110km/h winds when his tent came out of his backpack like a parachute. On the same camp, Matt had to ski back in blizzard conditions to get one of the girls help as she hurt her knee, whilst someone who will remain unnamed was busy doing her makeup in the tent. Most of the class fell over, got soaked and slept in puddles. Fraser didn't sleep a wink because he was whinging about being wet all night, but Liam slept right beside him and said he'd never had a better sleep. In class, there was more of a focus on preparing for exams and Year 12, but there were still lots of laughs. Meg's biology class with Mrs. Burney was left in the class once with their laptop out and YouTube on the projector. After the video they were watching had ended, someone put an hour-long Funny Cat video on, which they watched for about 20 minutes. In one class, Molly caused a bit of a riot by getting her finger stuck in the table twice. speeding in his car to track his distance over time. In a maths class, Sam's CFA alert went off and Pipes thought his house might be on fire and so he just left. It turned out to be Brewer's Road, not Brewer Drive. In another maths class, Rama showed his intelligence in a battle with a chair. He was attempting to give Kira a bit of a spray about not distracting people, hard to imagine, while trying to adjust his chair, and it popped up and smacked him in the face, cutting his nose open so he bled everywhere. He had to use toilet paper to soak up the blood because there were no tissues in the Mercy Centre. But somehow, they got through Year 11 exams, awards and downward championships, and they were finally into Year 12. They got their Year 12 jumpers early this year, and jumper presentation was a great night for them as they received this very visible reminder of their status as top dogs at Catholic College. They soon settled into their very own Mercy Centre, with each group finding their space but happy to share. Some use the Mercy Centre to study and work hard in, some mainly for toasties, and some to wrestle in. This resulted in some holes in the wall, although I won't name any names. In term 1, they went on retreats and had a chance to relax away from the pressures of SACS and to get to know each other and their teachers a little bit better. On the Hollows and Da Vinci retreat, I so enjoyed getting to know this amazing group better, whether it was climbing trees, going for freezing morning swims, kicking the footy, sharing ideas with each other in small groups, reading picture books, or watching Stand By Me. Back at school, the SACs and assessments continued. Sally was pretty amused when they did their psychology experiment on operant conditioning, how excited the kids were, and watched 70 Year 12 students running to get to class to get a paperclip for 3 minutes. They are Year 12s, but they're still kids at heart. Downward continued at lunchtimes, but this year it was behind the Mercy Centre. One fateful day, Connor tried to make a save, but misjudged how well he could jump over a bench and broke his arm. Emily, his twin, fainted while trying to comfort him. Some were lucky enough to go on the ski trip, and Amy's Crosby flop was immortalised on video. It got sent to the whole staff, sorry Ames. On Year 12 VCAL camp, the horses got spooked and bolted while everyone was still on them. And on a trip to Canberra, Canberra did not know what had hit them when the economics class got there. These boys dressed up in immaculate op-shop suits and had a photo shoot out in front of Parliament House and Treasury. While staff from Catholic College and other students were taking photos, many randoms came to join in thinking that they were somebody important. They have thoroughly enjoyed their time in Year 12, and I know that I speak on behalf of the whole staff when I say that although they don't all always work quite as much as we would like, they are such a fun and loving group. I would like to mention briefly your captains and community leaders, Hannah, Harry, Molly, Shanaz, Sam, Watto, Henry and Darby. This year's leadership team have worked with Asher Baker and Ashley Stockwell and have put countless hours into meetings, planning, organising, making videos and being wonderful leaders. They are great representatives of your year level and you should be proud of yourselves for voting them in. The whole year level should also be commended on how they have come together to plan and coordinate this group act. It is not easy to get 170 people dancing the same thing at the same time, but they've worked together with enthusiasm over the last few weeks. Cassie Bullock has also done a pretty amazing job of getting a fairly unco bunch looking pretty good. I want to finish up today by thanking this group of students for all they have brought to Catholic College over the last 6 years. They are a genuinely kind group, and wherever they are, there is laughter and smiles, and often wrestling. They are all so different, and yet they genuinely accept each other for who they are. I know that personally, they've given so much to me, and I've enjoyed all the time that I've spent with them. I never get through a class without having a good laugh, either with or at them. The relationships and memories that we have formed will stay with me forever, and I know that this is true of the staff that have taught them right through from Year 7. Although they still have exams, and will probably be hanging around for a while yet, this is their final day as Year 12 students, and they now leave to go on to new places, new people, and new experiences. They have embraced life at the school, and now they take their gifts into the world to share them more widely, and we are all so excited for them and what the future brings. I would like to leave this fabulous, funny, talented and special group with the advice of Ralph Waldo Emerson, who tells us what it is to succeed. Lucky I've memorised this. He says that success is to laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to learn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, and to leave the world a little bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. Year 12s of 2015, you have all started on the journey to success. Good luck as you continue, and know that as you leave Catholic College Wodonga, whether that be to move away for tertiary education or work, to travel, or to stay in the North East, you go with the well wishes, love and blessings of all the staff here at Catholic College. Thank you.
For sharing those crazy stories. And thank you for all the memories you yourself have created with us this year. You have not only kept us on our toes, but I think I speak on behalf of our year 11 cohort in saying that you've been an absolute delightful presence in our stressful year. Your desk was conveniently placed for a reason, and we will all forever be grateful of the friendship we share with you. So I'll say on behalf of our year 11, thank you, Tess and Crappy. And that's why Harry and I are here today. Not just to give our own personal reflection as individuals or as captains, but today we speak on behalf of the group that sit before you all here in front of us. Today we speak on behalf of our peers, our greatest fellow students. Today we speak on behalf of this level, as they elected us to do. We express the gratitude, the appreciation and the love for this community, which is shared by all of us in Year 12. Today we speak on behalf of our friends, the Year 12 cohort of 2015. My friends, this year was our year, and boy, did we make it a good one. Many of us have been here since the beginning, and as Tess has reflected on, we share a lot of special memories on these school grounds, especially with the teachers, who have watched us grow up and seen us through our worst times, the braces, bad grades, bad haircuts, these photos, to see us pull through and share with us the times when we were at our best. We would like to thank those of our teachers who welcomed us in Year 7 on our very first day here at Catholic College. We were all apprehensive about the foreboding day that was our first day of high school, navigating the grounds, our confusing timetables, and meeting new friends. It was you who welcomed us and supported us so kindly and so empathetically. You helped us realise that this place isn't as scary as we thought, however much Mr. McKinley may have yelled at us. And the days of Year 7 will forever remain some of our fondest memories, shared with our teachers. And those of our teachers who are now dragging us into exams. You have tolerated our most annoying trait, which is our awfully relaxed attitude towards these upcoming exams. We wish we could stress more, but we're just having too much fun. Thank you to every senior school teacher for supporting us and teaching us, more than just in the classroom. It has been 12 months of learning quotes and formulas, as well as life lessons, as we have all enjoyed the company of such wonderful staff. And of course, every teacher in between. Every year has its own unique memories that we have shared with you, the Catholic College staff. Where would we be without those little pats on the back and those huge slaps over the head to kick us into gear? Well, probably still stuck in an umbrella. But it is thanks to you that we have gotten to where we are today, so we thank you. Of course, we still have places that we would like to get to. Personally, I know I can admit that I have next to no idea what I'm doing with myself next year, or the year after. I change my mind every day. But walking out of a certain lady's office, after about a half-hour yarn, maybe about a career, maybe about the weekend, or maybe about nothing in particular, it doesn't matter. She makes you feel capable of accomplishing anything you want. And maybe that's why we were all so relaxed. It doesn't matter, we have Sandy McCoy, so thank you. Inside the classrooms and around the school, there is a lot of hard work that goes on behind closed doors. For making Catholic College the place that it is today, overseeing its smooth running and giving it the energy and vivacity that we experience each day. Thank you to our learning mentors. We started in the same year that the Learning Mentor program did in 2010, and we're a part of the process that saw the transition from houses to communities and the new community names. For many of us, this means that we have had the support of the same two teachers for 6 years now, and this helped forge a special relationship that we now share with the school. Thank you to the learning community leaders. Your presence has been cherished as you have made our communities a second home and a place of healthy competition. Thank you to Dada, Bucks, Tony, Sarah and the leadership team for the endless hours you put in behind the scenes to make our time at school full of opportunities and preferences for us to create our own unique time. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. So thank you to all of the staff. Of course, our schooling successes, however, can't be credited to just what goes on inside these gates. The influence our families have had shouldn't go unnoticed, and I'd like to acknowledge all the parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters, extended family, and of course the pets, who have all played a role in our lives throughout our time here. Your support goes beyond just paying the bills, feeding us, and putting up with weekly breakdowns. We've all needed some wisdom from time to time, and the way you have supported us throughout our life, and especially this year, is so reassuring in the tough times. I could not have had a better time here at Catholic College, specifically this year. The Mercy Centre community is one to cherish in Year 12, and will forever be one of the best places I've had to spend 12 months. The early mornings with Maddie Humphrey, as we both arrive nearly every morning together. The Friday afternoons with Fraser scavenging the fridges, the lunchtimes heading to the Bureau, and the time Harry Armstrong and Mitch King sang to us before our further maths stack. And of course, blood wrapping up Jacob Robb. And many, many, many more memories. Thank you to my classes for providing some hilarious entertainment at the expense of our teachers' frustration, and thank you to every one of you for making my time here as incredible as it has been. I cannot believe that this day has finally come. And honestly, I don't think that the fact that we have completed our final day at school together will hit me until graduation, or perhaps not even then. Of course, the person standing here beside me now is the one who has mostly kept me sane. Thank you to Harry. Waking up at 6 a.m. in a hostel in Paris to discover that my best friend and I had both been chosen school captains on one heck of a special day. However, I can't say the same for Harry, because I don't think he was all too appreciative of me jumping and screaming at him at 6 a.m. in the morning. But having you by my side every step of the way this year has really been the highlight of my time here at school, and perhaps will be the highlight of my life for a long time, sharing this privilege with you. We have shared a lot of things together over the years, and to have smashed out with Year 12 with you by my side, I couldn't have asked for a better fellow captain or a better friend. To witness your successes this year, share with you the delight of good times, and see you go above and beyond what you thought you were capable of, hasn't surprised me in the slightest. I have every faith in you, Harry, that you will live a life post-school that we all envy, and I cannot wait to see what you achieve. So thank you, Harry.
So, the end of another year of schooling and success, the end of the year and the end of the era for us. For some of you youngins, you've only just had the first taste of what life is like here at Catholic College. And I hope it's been as good as I remember it starting out here. Hannah and I, we both came from pretty small country schools, and coming from a year level of 19 to one of 180, you can understand it was fairly overwhelming. Although we've got over 1,000 students here at CCW, I'm still amazed to this day at the way our school manages to maintain such a strong sense of community. That's what strikes me about this place. Those flags up there above you aren't just words we claim to work by, but they're so urgent here within school. We aren't all talk, and that's what I love. It's been an absolute pleasure being able to represent you all, so I'd like to give a general thank you. You're a good bunch. Despite my being in a dress today and other potentially offensive outfits I've donned over the year, I hope you students, teachers and parents still have a little respect left in you, enough to get me through this speech. If we didn't get the positive feedback and scattered laughs during our assemblies, it'd be quite hard to keep going, so thanks. Being here on your last day of high school is pretty special. You get a free fee, and you get to wear a dress without turning your head, unless your parents who's been wearing them all year anyway. More than that, it should be seen as such a privilege to graduate from the gates of a place that has had such a huge impact. It varies between us, but for me, this school and all of you in it are the reason that I'm even up here. Had you asked me on the first day if I'd be the one addressing the entire school on the last, I'd have said, tell him he's dreaming. Every student in this auditorium who comes to be here on their last day should be able to look back and think, yeah, that was a 6 years well spent. And at a 1 in a million place like this, honestly, happy you know. So good luck and good riddance. I mean, just good luck for all your future endeavours, and may they be more successful than our attempt at playing soccer against the teachers. I hope none of you are expecting to win that match because it's rigged. So for me, it's time to fare thee well, but not before acknowledging this peculiar looking bunch down here, the class of 2015. The light at the end of the tunnel is looking pretty daunting right now, and for some of us, there's only 6 exams standing in the way. I can just imagine Sandy standing at the end of the tunnel like here, and gives you this book and it says what to do with your life. Yeah, a bit of a dream, but apparently it's not the case. I'm so proud to have represented you lot. You and your golf meetings are what got us through the year, and I thank you sincerely. The vibes you create as a whole don't vary far from the best. All of you should keep doing what you're doing because it's great. I'd like to single a few of you out, who not only deserve an extra thanks, but a hearty round of applause to go with it. First of all, Cassie Bull. The time and effort you put into making our dance routines today somewhat methodical is very much appreciated by all of us. You did a fantastic job given the limited talent and attention we had to offer, so thank you so much. And that just leaves for me the incredible leadership team. So if I could just ask the leadership team to come up here on stage now, I'd like to give them a special thank you. Give me a clap. So whether you've realised it or not this year, these guys have done a very admirable job in helping the school run smoothly for another 12 months. Darby the Hulk Griffin, our peacekeeper. Probably safe to say the least opinionated, which I tell you is oh so refreshing in a year of absolute chaos. Ryan the President Watson. One who, despite seeming so cool and calm and collected, was enthusiastic and always took it upon himself to just do it. And he's just such a legend. Henry Chippies Mackenzie McCarley. Arguably in the top 2 Mackenzie McCarleys out there. A bit of comedic relief, I admit. Mate, family reunions wouldn't be the same without your undeniably witty sense of humour. So thanks. Molly Guru McFarlane. Master of absolutely anything she wants. Your presence in the team made sure no job was left undone. And if it was, you'd always have it done before we'd even realise. Sinead PDA Allen. That was Tess. Interpretive dancer and just general impressive stage performer. Never complaining when she got stuck with the roughest costumes. And Sam Mum McLean. Although the youngest, seemed to be the only one who could keep us on task half the time. a necessary parental figure in times of need. But we're not a team of 8, we're actually a team of 10. So, well, that's 8, but there's 10. Yeah. Asher and Ashley are the coordinators of our leadership team. And I'd like to give them a very special thank you. So if we could just have a round of applause for them. On behalf of the team, I'd like to thank you especially for amazing effort you put in for us. Without these two, we'd be all in all sorts, I can tell you. And finally, I couldn't possibly list all the thank yous without including one incredible team member, partner in crime and first in charge, Hannah Wade. You really made this year not only bearable, but one where coming to school, doing the rounds and school captaining, something I look forward to every day. I had a pretty spectacular year with you this year, not only within the school, but yeah, we had some pretty fun times. I can grant you a whole lot of that credit, along with perhaps some of my age. I think our whole school community, teachers, students and families, would all at some point felt the positive aura you take around with you. It's people like you, Hannah, who make CCW such a remarkable school. I guess I'm just trying to say thank you. That said, that's it from us. So it's been our absolute pleasure. So thank you very much.
And just quickly, before we move on, I'd just like to introduce our two MCs for today, who better to wish us well than our own Mr. Buckley, old mate Bucks, and of course, Miss Coonan, who doesn't actually work here, but she's probably had more of us in her classes than any of the teachers. So I'm going to give it up to Bucks and Miss Coonan. Thank you.
Hello. Oh, it's on. Wow. Hello. Hello, I'm Miss Coonan, and today your teacher has left me to run the assembly with Bucks. So, oh, sorry, I'll just use the mic then.
We've been getting straight into it.
Okay, alright. So, Eamon, how did you think the acts, beautiful Year 12s were today? That was an absolute beautiful show by all of you today.
Yeah, it's better than last year, then again, there's nothing hard to do.
You should use the microphone. Alright, well, we're going to get straight into it. Hold that. First up, we have Hannah Perry singing Skinny Love. I didn't know Hannah Perry could sing. This is brilliant.
We'll see.
Well, I give it up for Hannah Perry. Hannah. Come on, Hannah.
Hannah.
Hannah. Wow, that was absolutely brilliant. I just want to give you this for your effort.
Definitely better than a lot of one's lunch. Definitely better than Mitch King could have ever done.
Well, Nathan, have you ever read any books lately?
Oh, have I? I like to dazzle into some literature.
Really?
Yes, Twilight would have to be my favourite. However, sometimes I like to go a little more out of the box.
Oh, what do you mean?
I quite often read fan fiction.
Can I don't know what fan fiction is. Would you?
Oh, you don't know. I'll begin to tell you what